Hey, everybody. So I've been talking about my mentorship program, and yeah, there's a lot of interest in it for sure, and I can understand why because people need to be mentored in 3D. 3D KI. You all, let me just say this. I have a personal. In the past, there was kind of a false humility. I would be like, I don't have any goals. I don't have any aspirations. I don't have any objectives. Just whatever is, which was not true, right? We know that. But now I know that objectives and goals and things, if held lightly, are fine. Not a problem. Here's my objective. I'm kind of self centered in this way. I want to help people. Did you know that? I think you did. This is a really short video. Just hear me out. Let me show you my vision. My vision here is held lightly, is, yeah, why shouldn't I just let you guys in on this? When my operations manager first came on board, he basically said, "What's your vision?" And broke it down to this: I want KI to survive beyond my life. I don't want it to be so tied to my name personally that it doesn't survive beyond my death, I should say. That's one of my main goals. And this is also important for Dan. He wants this also, co-developer. Another thing is, this is just me. I want to contribute to a new wave of teachers. I'm not really focused on myself being popular. I don't get anything out of that. But I think that there's value in teachers becoming well known and reaching people. So what I'm interested in doing, if this work doesn't become, if I don't become well known during this life for what this is, then I want to create teachers and trainers and therapists for tomorrow. That's actually more exciting than anything, to be honest with you. To just contribute, the way I just feel about it's like moving that needle a little bit. That feels really important for me. I'll look at it, but I don't really have any energy on it. It just feels like if I could just leave this lifetime and have left that imprint where we just push the needle in another direction here in 2020, whatever, from this massive bypass towards the correcting of the bypass. Just move the needle, even if it's just not me personally, if it's people, anybody. But if I could have some hand in just being able, as a way to pay back for the bypassing that I encouraged through the years, not knowing any better as a teacher who was in repression, if I could influence the world in that way by training a few people who then become teachers or trainers or therapists who really change this. I get goosebumps. I feel that in my whole body to know that we could actually make a difference here, guys. So I'm asking is, the mentorship program is the thing that's really hot right now because people are wanting to personally learn 3D. It's a new modality. But my personal goal here, back to that, is I want to train good people, earnest people who, yeah, I really do. So, or even if I don't train them, I would like my trainers to train them. There's something about just personally, being around people who are really earnest and skillful. It's so rich. It's really beautiful. So personally, I like that. But more than that, I think they can help so many people out there. So, which brings me to this point, under 5 minutes. Yeah, training is still open. And so if you think you're one of those folks who might be pushing the needle with us in the future, like maybe you've always kind of known, I think teachers always know that they're going to be teachers even before they teach. I know you're out there right now, some of you going, yeah, I've always known that I was going to teach or help people. Well, if you've been listening to me, I don't suggest doing it before you begin and get through some repression work because of all the crazy shit that can happen. I mean, if you've been listening to me at all, you know that. But see, you're already in KI, so you're correcting the bypass. Go with your heart. Even if you don't feel like you're ready now, don't do that. See, don't let repression take you down like that. Oh, someday. Because you're never, if you wait until you're fully enlightened, embodied, or whatever to begin teaching, if we did that as humans, there would be nobody teaching except for maybe one or two people. Don't wait for that, because we can help you with that as you're training to be a teacher or a facilitator. Just come in and train with me. But here's what I'm looking for. I have to tell you, I'm picky. It's like this. It's like, I'm more open to date than I ever have before. I'm just ready to go out there and see who's out there. I'm just ready to connect and train people. But I'm really picky, So I'm not going to just be taking everybody. Why am I picky? Because I think it matters that much who and how we do this. I care this much about this that I like the people that we're churning out. People like Alina. She's on fire. I love that girl. That's who I want. People like that. Serena, Toshi, all my trainers here. Dan, more please. I would like to order more of them, because this is what the world needs. People like that are earnest, who really, really, really do want to heal, who don't want to bypass. Well, we all want to bypass, but So if that's you, here's the criteria. You have to be earnest, which means you can't be the kind of person who thinks that somebody else is going to wake you up or heal you. You have to be the kind of person who knows it's up to you, and you're taking responsibility for it, meaning you have a regular practice every day. You're already deep into KI and learning it because you love inquiry, that kind of person. And you're going to be a teacher or a trainer or a therapist someday, and you're just looking for the best skills you can get. Those are the people that I'd like to hear from on training. So if you're interested in training, again, mentorship it's all for anybody. But people are really, really going to the mentorship these days, I'll just let you know. But I personally am looking for those who want to do training. So if you meet that criteria, please contact my team at support@killaby.com. Support@killaby.com. And then they're going to set you up with a clarity call. There is a waiting list, but it's not that long. I haven't opened it up that much. So you might be put on the waiting list for the clarity call for a few weeks, a couple of weeks maybe. It just depends on the waiting list when you... yes, so email me and then we'll set that clarity call up. What I'm going to ask you, so we're not going to hide the ball. I'm going to tell you everything I'm going to ask you so you can know what to say. Do you have a regular practice? Do you have a regular KI practice? Is it 2D or 3D? Tell me about your body and how much transmuting of energy has happened through your spiritual search or your path or your healing path. What is your primary repression? What do you primarily repress? Is it more like anger or more the vulnerable emotions? And do you have enough income to support you during the time that I'm training you so that you don't try to rush to the end to make it about money? Those are all the questions I have for you. So be ready and let's talk about it.